This is the Surelok 3 clinching machine from Norlok Technologies. Today we're going to go through a couple of the main features of this flagship clinching machine, how to change the tools, basic operations, that kind of thing, so that you know what to expect when you get this machine delivered to your shop. So one of the first things you'll want to do when you get your Surelok 3 is hook up your air line to it. This machine operates strictly on air, and then the 110 volt cord here is just to plug in the laser pointer that will turn on. So we're going to plug in this here, get the air going. This is your air shut-off valve, so you want to turn that on as well. This one's already set up and on for that. Then that's essentially all you need to do to power this machine on. Here's your laser, switch that on, and that's going to show you where your clinching point is with the on your material, so you can line up your clinches. The next thing you can see when you get your machine is it's going to come with 3 sets of dies. So Surelok 3s come standard with reversible tooling. This is your top punch, and this is your bottom die. You get an additional 2 pieces of tooling with the machine as well. So you get 3 of these bottoms and 1 at the top. You'll see they're color coded, yellow, blue, and inside here we have this one is red. Those are for your different material thicknesses. So when you're clinching a range from 30 gauge up to the capacity of the machine that's 14 gauge, you're going to need to switch between these dies for those different ranges. So yellow is for your light material, blue is for that medium range, and red is for the heavy gauge. There's a little chart on the side of the machine that will show you what to swap out for the material that you're working with. Those are some of the main things. If you come around to this side, every machine comes with a set of Allen wrenches here to do the majority of service, maintenance, adjustments, that sort of thing with the machine. Taking and replacing your tools, adjusting the stroke of the top punch, that sort of thing. This isn't going to be a maintenance video or troubleshooting. There are other videos available on Norlok's website that you can check out in order to do any of the troubleshooting, service-related type of work. This is just a general operation of this machine. Let me show you how to change out these tools with the reversible tooling. Like I said before, the top punch comes in the top. It's a simple set screw that holds this in place. This is your urethane stripper that helps separate the material from the punch after the clinch is formed. It simply goes back in and you tighten down the set screw. On the bottom, same thing. This is your small set screw. Loosen that and this whole assembly comes out. Now this metal collar is around the bottom die, and that can be removed in order to replace the die for a different piece. Now one thing to note is that when you do remove these, you will notice probably quickly that the die is made of several components. One, you have the elastomer, this piece here. That is an elastic band. And then you have these bottom die blades. So there's 3 die blades. This all comes apart. And then you have the bottom portion of the die. So in order you want to be careful not to lose some of those parts when you take anything apart. Like I did, just drop one. And you can reassemble those pieces together and put that urethane or elastomer around the 3 die blades to reassemble your punch or your bottom die. And insert it back into the collar. And now you're ready and set up to insert it down here. With the standard reversible tooling, as I mentioned, it's pretty straightforward, but because these are the same, I can actually put the die up on the top and I can put the punch on the bottom if you want your clinches to be in reverse based on the type of parts you're running. You can run them that way as well. So typically it comes standard with it in the other way around. So while I got this red one in here, this is for my heavy gauge material, I've got some 16 gauge. I'll show you how that works, how the clincher works. And before we do so, I'll show you the safety stroke. With the clinching machine, there is a point in which the punch will come close together. And the way that this machine operates, that it won't fire the punch until it is within about a 1/4 inch. This thickness range, it won't fire into the material. So that way, at least if you have your hand in there by accident, it's not going to fire the punch. If I take that out, you can see it fully cycles the machine. So that's a good way to check. This puck comes with the machine. You can check that safety stroke, make sure it's set properly. If for some reason your punch fires through your safety puck, it could be that there's just a slight adjustment off with the limit switch up in this panel here. And there is a whole video on how to make that adjustment in order to set your safety stroke correctly. Next thing we'll do here is quickly show you that with the largest Allen key, you'll see on the top of the panel here, there's a little diagram and an adjustment screw. This adjustment screw up here will set the height of the stroke, which is the open height of the die for your material. When you have large flanges or parts that get complex that you need to be able to pull out, that's one awesome feature with the Surelok 3. So you can adjust this lower if you would like, and if you have smaller parts that you don't want it to open all the way, you can adjust that screw up at the top. Just based on this simple diagram on the front of the machine here, it'll show you Allen key to adjust the height of the stroke. There's a QR code on there. There's likely a video that can show you that as well. So while we got the red tool in there, that's the number 50 die. You'll notice that the dies are labeled by numbers. Number 50 is this red one, number 40 is blue, and number 30 is yellow. They've got their own part numbers on them. That is the depth of the inside of the die. So 30 thou, 40 thou, 50 thou. That just allows more material to go into the die in order to create a clinch for thicker material. You need more space for more material in order to go into there. Before we clinch, the way that clinching works is that these die blades expand open. When the punch presses the material down, the elastic allows these blades to stretch open. That creates the mushroom effect of the clinch. So while I've got these in here, here's my 2 pieces of 16 gauge. You'll see my laser pointer lines it up, and I can cycle the material. So there's my finished clinch. So we're going to change this tool out. We're going to switch back to the yellow one, the number 30. The chart on the side here shows me that that's the one I want to use for some lighter gauge material. Here's your 30 to 24 gauge with the yellow, 24 to 20 in blue, and 20 to 14 with the red. So we're just going to switch over, grab my yellow, slide it inside the collar, drop it into place. Don't forget to tighten your set screw. And now I can clinch apart some lighter material. So now that I've got this stroke adjusted a lot closer, I can I don't have to move the punch quite as far each cycle. I can get a little bit faster cycle time on the machine. If I'm running a part that's flat, and I can get that speed up. And basically that's pretty much all there is to do with a Surelok 3 clinching machine. They are awesome machines, low maintenance, they don't consume a whole lot of air, and you can run in a shop without using extra power. If you have any questions or want to check out other videos we have on this machine or anything else, check out our YouTube channel. Thanks.